Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy, and in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through step by step how I automated my email newsletter called AI Unplugged using custom GPTs. So the custom GPT that I'm going to show you how I made for my email newsletter was on ChatGPT. If you go into the sidebar of ChatGPT at the top, you'll see there's a GPT section, and there's actually a library or a marketplace of custom GPTs that other people have made and shared for anybody to use. I have a custom GPT set up to generate stickers. So when I type in a text prompt, I don't have to tell it I want a sticker because I've already given it instructions when I set it up what to do when you enter a text prompt. So all I have to do is just say what I want the sticker to be, and it's going to know what it is. And sometimes it might ask you a question if it wants to know what color it is. So it's saying what color it is. I'll just say you pick. And it's going to go with light blue. So it knows that I have colors because I gave it a set of colors. Pretty cool, huh? So if there is something that you ask ChatGPT to do over and over again, and you always have to put in the prompt what you want it to do, well, if you create a custom GPT, it'll save you a bunch of time. Every Friday, I publish an email newsletter called AI Unplugged, link in the description if you want to subscribe, and I host my newsletter on Beehive, which is awesome, by the way. But my email newsletter follows a format or a template. So I always have a term of the week, I have a quote of the week. I don't always have Baby Mike getting punched, but I do particularly like that. I think it's funny. I have a tool of the week, and then I have what I made. You speed up writing my AI Unplugged weekly newsletter. Well, the first thing I did, you guessed it, I asked ChatGPT to help me set up a custom GPT. Now, because I want the custom GPT to generate the text in my writing style, what I did was I just took 3 past issues as examples, and I just copied the text from each issue and I put them in its own markdown file. And I'm just going to upload these when I create the custom GPT. To create your own custom GPT, you can just open a web browser and type in the URL chat.openai.com/GPTs. Hit enter, and that's going to take you to that GPT page. You can also get to this in the sidebar. Just click on GPTs. Then in the top right corner, just click on plus create. Then all you have to do is just fill out the form on the left half of the page, that's the configure tab, and you'll get a preview of your custom GPT as you start filling out the forms on the right half. And I'll start by naming my custom GPT. And notice when I fill in the form, I'm getting a preview on the right side. Next, I'll enter a short description about what this custom GPT does. This is great if you're going to be making your GPT public, or it's also a good reminder as to why exactly you made this custom GPT. Next are the instructions. This is where the magic happens. This is where you are training ChatGPT on what to do when someone enters a prompt. So here you're going to paste in the instructions. And if you have a lot of text, if you go to the bottom right corner, you'll see those double arrows, you can click to expand. It's a good idea to keep your instructions neat and organized, as this is a living document. As you start using your custom GPT, when you want to make changes or maybe add some additions, you're just going to keep building on these instructions. Conversation starters are optional, but they're pretty awesome for a couple reasons. For one, if you're going to be making your GPT public, conversation starters are going to provide sample prompts. So if somebody is not familiar with your GPT, the sample prompts are going to help them get started. They're also great as just shortcuts for you, so you don't actually have to type out a prompt. Just put in your favorite prompts or the prompts that you use over and over again. Now whenever you use your custom GPT, instead of having to type out a prompt, you just click on one of the conversation starters. You can add as many conversation starters as you want. If you want to remove one, just click on the X. And knowledge is where you upload the files. These are the examples that you're giving to the GPT to let it know the style or what to reference when it is generating the output. So I'm just going to upload the 3 files that I have with the past episode's text. It knows automatically to reference the files that you uploaded in the knowledge section, so you don't have to write special instructions telling it to reference it. I'm going to keep everything at the bottom as is, and then you can add an image. So I can just click the plus and upload a photo from my computer, or I can just use DALL-E and roll the dice and see what it creates. So I'm just going to do that. It's just going to create a little thumbnail logo to identify this custom GPT. Notice in the top left corner, the status of our GPT is still in draft. To publish it, I'm going to go to the top right corner and click on Create. And now you set the permissions for who can access the GPT. Set it to only me if you want to keep it private. Anyone with the link means that you can share it publicly. And the GPT Store is going to put it in that custom GPT marketplace that we saw earlier. When you click Save, if you see an error message, then the pop-up telling you that your changes could not be published. You just need to make this custom GPT private. So change it to only me, click Save, and then you'll be able to create it, but it is going to be set to private. And now I can see in the top left corner, the status has changed from draft to live. Now before I test out the new custom GPT, I just want to point out one more useful thing over here on this left side. So at the top, we have been in the Configure tab since we have been configuring this GPT. Now I had that little cheat sheet, so I already knew what I was going to be putting in the fields thanks to ChatGPT. But if you were just building it from scratch, or if you got stuck while you're building this out, notice if you just click Create, that is just going to open up a dedicated chat. You can see here, it's here to help you build a new GPT. So maybe you want a different image. We could tell it, you know what, I don't like the logo, change the logo and tell it what it is that you want. Or maybe you're not sure what to put in the instructions, the conversation starters. Well, you can just go back and forth between the chat and it'll help you configure it right from scratch. Now, whenever you make any changes or modifications to your GPT, you'll see it says updates pending. And all you have to do is just click update, and that's basically just going to refresh it or republish it. Give it a second, and I was going to tell you, okay, it's updated, invite only, so it's in private status. I can view it. I can copy the link if I want to save it and create a shortcut to it. But I'll click View GPT, and that's going to open it up in the window. It looks and works just like you're used to with ChatGPT, only this is a custom GPT because we gave it instructions and told it what we wanted when we enter a text prompt or click on one of the conversation starters. And I can tell by the short description that it is going to help Mike Murphy write, format, and polish weekly AI Unplugged newsletters in my voice and structure, and to always follow the standard layout and offer suggestions for quotes, titles, and summaries when needed. And be fast, creative, and clean, as in no swearing, not hygiene. But I'm just going to click on this one, Start a New Issue, How I Built My Custom GPT, and let's just see what it does. I mean, would you look at that? I didn't tell it what term I wanted, it's automatically suggestion. I didn't suggest a quote, it's given me a few options. It's giving me a tool of the week, and it's telling me what I made, which is a custom GPT. This truly is amazing, and it's going to save me a ton of time each week. So if there's something that you write every week or do every week, maybe you do your YouTube descriptions a certain way, or you write a blog post or your podcast episodes, just feed it with a bunch of examples. It's going to know your style. It's going to know the format that you want it, and then all you have to do is just plug and play. Tell it what to do, and it's going to spit it out exactly how you want it. The power of custom GPTs is really up to how you train it. And that is how I automated AI Unplugged newsletter, which you can subscribe to using the link in the description. And that is how you can create your own custom GPT on ChatGPT. My name is Mike Murphy. Cheers.